Hey YouTube. It is currently. I can't really show. I'm not gonna edit this, but it's currently 2:19 a.m. and I cannot sleep. So you can also tell I'm not usually wearing my nice little my normal clothing. I'm not wearing my jacket, my button shirt. I'm not shaven. But yeah. I can't sleep. I've been having a really hard time sleeping lately due to not going outside enough, due to not having enough social interaction with people, due to not enough exercise, due to not be because I can't sleep. I've been sleeping till noon or 1, which my general rule is you have to stay up for 13 hours or 14 hours. So if you sleep 10 hours, so if you wake up at 8 o'clock, you should fall asleep about 10 or 11, or yeah, 10 or 11, then wake up at 8 and get like a normal time. But I fucked that up. So this I'm gonna start creating a video series called Walter's Late Night Thoughts, because it's sort of like my weekly update, but this is less organized because it is late and I can't sleep and I'm tired, but not really. I don't well, to just turn off your light. Well, I turned off my light. I just turned it on for the video. I want you to at least be able to see my face. Um, Sorry, I got I just noticed some bad acne on the back of my neck. It's so annoying. But yeah, I can start writing down on a notepad. But what are some thoughts I've been having? I've been doing a lot of research on. I've been watching video analytics and stuff like that, which honestly, it for me, just trying to have fun and create YouTube videos, it doesn't matter at all. Um, my dad did Facebook and YouTube advertising, mostly Facebook, in which he would, he would you pay money to Facebook for set amount of time to have your ad, your ad, which leads to a link, which leads to an external website. It's a ad to a page to a website, because apparently it's illegal for them to do an ad straight to the buy. So they have to go from the ad to a video, convince you to buy it, and then to the website to actually buy it, which most of the time my dad specialized in weight loss advertisements, because they're the most lucrative. People see, oh my god, if I stick this thing in my belly button, I can lose 50 pounds, which he did stuff he actually mostly believed in, because me and my dad are generally the same, which we want to, and like most people, you want to back up something if you make a claim about it, like my YouTube videos. I do the stereotypical thumbnails and content, but mine is all genuine. I can back it up. Like my YouTube videos, I'm still getting better. I make them entertaining, but I like playing games and I like streaming. I really like streaming. And I really like doing skits. Like I'm having a new skit coming up soon. You guys had the video, my most popular video of Minecraft, Solar Minecraft Be Like. That was the title. It's my most viewed video with 550 views. I can see why people like it. I put a lot of effort to it. I find it funny. I find it relatable, and I can see why people like it. Now I'm having a new project soon. The title is going to be When You Make a Friend in Minecraft. So that'll be fun, and I'm looking forward to it. It's just it requires my best friend Connor, which I'm going to YouTube videotape with, but he's got a busy schedule and he's got a girlfriend, so that's gonna take a little while to set up. Sorry if you hear my lips smacking. I noticed I do that. Me and Connor were making fun of certain people who like I don't know. I don't know. But yeah, so I feel a lot like Moist Critical. I watch the videos, and this is literally his entire YouTube channel. It is him sitting in front of a camera talking like this, which is stereotypically what YouTube is, but surprisingly is not a lot of YouTube. So yeah, I've been doing a lot of research on YouTube analytics, and it doesn't really matter that much. But I'm just interested. What I've learned from my father and YouTube generally is that you have a CTR, which is the click-through rate of a video, which if someone sees your video, it's the percentage of people that actually clicked onto the video, which a healthy amount, according to ads in YouTube, is around 7 to 8%. If you can get 8% of people to click a video, that's pretty impressive. Some bigger YouTubers like Mr. Beast or something probably have like a 12% click-through rate or something like that. So it doesn't matter, but I still do like looking at it because I'm a math guy and a creative guy. I'm an everything guy. I've had to like realize that as I've grown older. I'm quite literally everything. I love like sports and drawing and theater and math and science. There's certain things I actually don't like. The one thing I don't like is politics. It's just really boring to me. And the news, or I do look at the news, but not mostly just for video game news, like what games are coming out, or like every once in a while I look at video game drama, but that's the farthest I get. So I've been doing some research on YouTube analytics and just like see what it's like, see how to get my click-through rate higher. I've been working on my thumbnails, as you guys seen, like my thumbnails to get myself into start posting YouTube videos. To form any habit, you have to start with the easiest form of the habit. The first habit being the easiest possible thing you can do, just a little bit of it. So my first ever YouTube videos were literally just me taking raw footage and just shitting it onto my channel. Which that was just like literally 10 videos. It's literally been like a week or two of me posting videos, and I've liked it. I liked all of it. Of all the things I hate in life, I'm learning to hate less. So let's try this. Of all the things I don't find appealing, I find YouTube the most appealing because I like making people laugh. I like making people smile, and I've got a unique background in technology. I was very technologically raised. My dad being a literal programmer for his company, and my best friends being into video games, and my other best friend being into taught me how to desktops and all that. So me being my background of making people laugh and being good with technology, I'm like, this YouTube thing sort of lines up. Which, if you guys didn't know, I actually did. I did YouTube probably 2 years ago. Yeah, probably 2 or 3 years ago. I'll start from the very beginning. My first ever channel was called Patriotic Worm. And if you want to know, the origin of my Patriotic Worm was from Xbox Live. When I first got my first Xbox account, I used my dad's for a while. Xbox gave me the name Patriotic Worm 9, the 9 being at the end. And me transitioning into YouTube when I was around 15 or 14, I got rid of the 9 because I think Patriotic Worm just sounds better. So when I was 15, I tried doing YouTube videos, which did not go very well. I did not have much patience as I do now. I didn't have the passion to want to try hard at something and to make people. I do like to make people laugh, but I don't know. Which even now I still struggle with it, with everything, but I still like it. It's healthy for me. So I started when I was 15, and my first ever video I deleted it, sadly, just a week ago. But I didn't delete it out of shame or anything. I get, if you guys have figured out anything, I don't get ashamed by anything. If you can make me ashamed, it's quite impressive. It was a Gary's Mod horror map playing with my best friend Ty. It involved us walking down a dark hallway and into this little metallic shiny vent where you can see in all directions. And at the end of it, he got jump scared, and I put like a little baby image over the screen to represent his scream, which to me is the funniest thing I did all year. So I really like that. And I ended up posting, I think, a couple Minecraft. Oh, and our most popular video, which actually got my first ever YouTube comment, not on this channel, which it was Call of Duty War at War, the cheese map, the original, the spiraling cheese map. We spawn at the bottom, turn on the power, and then climb very, very up to make the Iron Man suit to touch Mjolnir's. I think it was Mjolnir's hammer. But a really, really fun map. And me and Ty recorded that together, and that was our first ever YouTube video, which is awesome. And I got our first ever comment, which I didn't even realize until a month later. I didn't even check. Some guy says, "Hey, I really like this stuff. Keep up the good work." Or maybe it was like a year later. It was so far forward. I'm like, oh God, this guy actually liked my stuff. I should have kept up with it. So I dropped out of that YouTube stuff. Which is funny because during that period, my parents bought me an Elgato game capture, which I originally used it to record my Xbox and PlayStation, but it's actually really complicated. If you guys don't know, it is way more complicated than just recording on your desktop computer. So I just held on to my Elgato HD Capture S all these years. So it ended at around 7th or 8th grade. I went through all of high school, did theater, made a couple friends, some really good friends, but most of them aren't friends anymore. Basically, my middle school friends have been my friends. I made one friend. His name's Connor Torno. He's one of my best friends now, actually. You guys, we'll see him in the upcoming video. And he is a friend I made in high school. I made another friend. Her name is Mia, but we're not really like we're like acquaintances. I'm gonna go see her actually during Thanksgiving, but I'm like, we just grew apart. It's really sad to say. Like my best friend Peyton, who I've been best friends with since I moved to Texas in 4th grade, the first kid I saw, in class. We're actually not like super. He's still one of my best friends, but he's my best friend because he's a guy I can always look to. He's not my best friend for things we share. Like, we barely have anything in common anymore. The things we have in common is he plays Dungeons and Dragons with me every couple weeks because our schedules are not the same. And RPGs. And that's really, like, we're super excited for Diablo 4. When that shit comes out, and it's hopefully good, we are going to grind it, and I'm going to love it. But he's always been there for me. Through elementary school, middle school, and high school. Like, goddamn. He's seen me cry, laugh. He's been to all my family trips. He's part of the family, basically. So, yeah. After high school, I decided not to go to college. Which... and I still believe is a good idea. Not right now, but it was a good idea. Because I was not mature enough for college, I believe. I would have wasted the money. First, because it was COVID. COVID fucked millions and millions of high schoolers transferring to college. My best friends had to deal with online community college for 2 years. Which is 1 year. It was like 1 or 2 years. It was just really sad, and I didn't want to deal with that. I just wasn't mature enough. I would have wasted my parents like have set aside money for me for college, and I would have just wasted it. So I decided to go take an off year first. Was in a year? Yeah, it was actually around a year. It felt so long. Guys, it have felt so long. I'm only 20, so if you imagine it, the length of time as you get older, everything feels shorter because you've lived longer. It's a percentage of your lifespan. So if I'm 20, 1 year is 1/20th. That's a lot. But if I'm 50, 1 year is 1/50th. You're like, oh, that's nothing. So I took an off year, and for, I think, 6 months, I lived with my parents in their basement. Like the most stereotypical college situation. I lived in my parents' basement in Florida, which is where they live right now. And I did nothing. I tried getting a job. A lot of the good jobs actually kind of sucked, and some of them just didn't reply back to me. I I tried applying to Chick-fil-A. Chick-fil-A, I love and hate you. One, okay, based off the location. I love Chick-fil-A because I'll tell you, I hate Chick-fil-A because the first Chick-fil-A I applied to, I applied 5 times. Sorry, 5 times. Of the 5 times I applied, they never got back to me. The 5th time I went back, or maybe I applied 3 times. Sorry. The 3rd time I went back, I'm like, hey, and I even talked to like their secretary. Basically, I'm like, hey, I'm sorry for applying so many times, but can you just please just get back to me? And I'm a grown ass man. Just tell me no, you didn't get the job. She's like, oh, I'm so sorry. Like, she seemed very empathetic. And what did I not hear? Anything. Not an email, not a phone call, not a voicemail, nothing. So I tried being a salesman. I tried working as a cart pusher / bagger at a grocery store. And that was all right, but I didn't make any friends. And the cashier ladies, they didn't seem very nice, and they didn't seem like they wanted to be friends. Which there's a story associated with that, which I'll tell after this. After it makes sense chronologically, I'll tell you the story. So I was a cart pusher there. First off, they kind of lied to me. They're like, you're gonna be a cart pusher or a bagger. I had to get there, and during my shift, where it's like super busy, just pushing carts, grinding it all day long, you both have to push carts, help bag when you're not pushing carts, and then at the make sure you get finished in your shift, restocking, sweeping the entire store, and cleaning the bathrooms. Which, why didn't they just tell me that? Like, that was not in the job forms. They just didn't tell me I was gonna do that stuff. Which I can see a lot of companies doing that. It just still is cruddy. Like, I believe telling life in its truest form, even though it will hurt, it is still the best way. It's like mentally preparing your kid, you're going to go out for dinner. That's what my mom did. She mentally prepared me for dinner, so I'd get out my anger now and then be ready for dinner. Like, they should have done that for me. So I tried working at a grocery store called Harris Teeter. Really good place. The bougie of the Publix of the East Coast, in my opinion, I think. But I quit that because I didn't make any friends, and I didn't like cleaning bathrooms. I'm fine with cleaning bathrooms. It's a young guy's job, but I wasn't making any friends, and it was just sad. It was like, I got home one day, and I'm a really efficient worker. I can be a shit worker, which I eventually found out later, but I'm a really good worker. I'm efficient, I'm kind, I'm courteous, I'm just really, really good. I get it from my mom and dad also. They're both really good workers. So I quit that job, and I eventually became a salesman for a sales company called Leaf Guard, which sells gutters that are basically like, it is a gutter that's flat on the back and curved on the front to where it is, I forget what the scientific term is, but the surface tension of the water curves the water down into the gutter, so it curves it into the system instead of just dropping in like a normal gutter system. So it's supposed to be better, which I don't think it would have been. So I shouldn't have taken a job of a sales job of a product I didn't believe in. Some salesmen can, but I can't. So that's, first off, didn't work. Second off, It was a 1 to 2 hour drive. I don't remember. I think it was an hour drive to the place, which, second mistake, never get like never at least try to work somewhere that's farther than 30 minutes. It's just a bad idea. It's just really, really hard to do. It's just not, you can do it. It's just not maintainable. You can't, it's really, really sucks. Like I've had, I had multiple jobs, and anything past 30 minutes just gets really, really sad. Cause that's 2 hours of your day just gone in the car, and that's gas. And just really, it turns really depressing, and you start getting angry. So that was issue number 2. And then issue number 3 is I was in this sales job, and the teacher was an asshole. The teacher was just such a fucking asshole. Which is them trying to weed out the thing. They don't want to pay the people who are bad salesmen. I can understand that. It's like an army recruiter. But come on. In a job about being agreeable and getting people to like you, what kind of example are you setting? What kind of example was he setting? What kind of person did he think we wanted him to think? Like, oh, big, huge penis man up on this pedestal. Which, I'm like, I can respect my bosses. I'll brown nose my bosses and just keep my head low, just because you do your job. And some best bosses you just can't. But he's just such an asshole. Like, he got mad. It was in a classroom style to where he was on the projector, and you were in the side rows giving presentations, and he wouldn't let you go to the bathroom. Like, I literally once wrote a note, put it up, saying, I'm going to the bathroom. And he's like, hey, what did that say? I'm like, oh, I'm going to the bathroom. And then he's like, okay. And then he's like, just to remind everybody, we will not accept people going to the bathroom. You should have done it before class. I'm like, this is like a 5-hour class. You get like a break in between. I'm like, fuck you. Like, what child doesn't accept? Or do you want me to wear a diaper during a meeting? Just what a fucking asshole. So that was mistake number 3. And 4 was just like, it wasn't bad. Like, it was a rigorous course. Like, you had to memorize so much stuff, like more stuff than like as much as certain theatrical days, like memorizing scripts. Like, you had to memorize paragraphs from one day to the next to present the next day, which is actually sort of expected for most jobs. I wasn't old enough or mature enough to do that. I was, but I didn't want to, so I failed at that also. And I most likely would have failed the course if I went any farther into it. But just overall a bad idea. So I ended up quitting that. And I later learned you're getting paid $150 a day, which is why they were trying to weed out the thin. And I later learned, I'm like, I probably didn't get paid because I quit the course early. And I, a year later, get a tax form saying, hey, LeafGuard paid you $600 because I was there 4 days out of the 2 weeks. And I'm like, but they didn't pay me $600. Where's my $600? So that was awkward. So they I didn't contact them. I should have, but I didn't like the company so much. I just didn't. I really should have, but what can you do? It's in the past. Which is me trying to coping with losing $600. So I basically just telling my life story at this point. So I eventually leave that job, and I'm just looking for jobs in the island, and it's just like, I talked to an ice cream place, and I had previous experience in an ice cream shop. Like, I worked at a place. I did everything. I ice cream, dishes, cleaning, bathrooms, customers, cleaning up the entire store, and closing at the end of the night. I did everything. And I talked to this ice cream place, and they seemed like they really liked me. We were cracking jokes. He's like, oh, I might as well even hire you. Like, he even made like cracked a joke like that. And he's like, all right, well, we basically insinuated that I got the job. So I come back the next day. I'm like, oh, I assumed I got the job. He's like, oh, no, he's not here right now. Or no, they say, no, we found somebody else. I'm like, Okay. And then I leave. I don't know what it was. Maybe it was some hot chick who could have attracted more customers, which I don't know. Maybe some guy with better than me or something, but I don't know. So that was really cruddy of them. So then I got to the point where my parents were like, "Hey, Walter, get out of the house." I was turning 20 in February. My birthday is February 10th. I was turning 20, and my parents like, "Hey, Walter, you gotta get out." I'm like, "Oh shit." Okay. So they kicked me out. I was getting they like didn't be like, "Get out right now." No, like they got me time to move and get everything set up. Sorry, I'm like putting away my calculator. So I eventually moved on to Orlando. Yeah, I'll keep talking. I'll keep talking until I don't feel like it. It doesn't have to be a time limit. So I moved on to Orlando to work at Disney, which I'm great with people. I love Disney. And I'm a magical person. I love magic. I'm a dungeon master. I'm the maker of magic. So my parents kicked me out of their basement for me to move down into a three bedroom, 2 bath apartment, which my dad co-signed so I could get the credit approved for the apartment, because you have to have like 4 times the monthly salary, which is insane, or like something. It was insane. So I can't think. I moved down to Orlando, and I started working at Disney, which I thought I was gonna work in. I signed up to be one of their janitors or their custodial staff or like their helpers, whatever. They gave like a stupid name. I'm like, no, I'm a janitor. I clean people's shit. I was literally like, you had to code Honey Pot Pie or code Winnie the Pooh or something like that. Like, you clean people's shit. So I thought I was going to work in one of the main parks, like Magic Kingdom or Animal Kingdom or Hollywood Studios. I'll be great in that. I love magic. And where'd they shove me? They shoved me in ESPN Worldwide of Sports, which is a sports complex deeper into the Hollywood Studios, like one of their side attractions to attract like that can make money or just attract more customers. If you don't know me, I don't like sports. I love playing sports. I love playing soccer and volleyball, and I'll play flag football and stuff like that. But I'm generally not into watching sports or being around sports. So they put me there, and it's a long story. But it paid $15 an hour. I'm like, oh, 15? um, but I was working with 30-year-olds. I wasn't working with anyone my age, none of the college students. The job was once a week, Saturday to Sunday. And I can't think. The job was Saturday, Sunday, and some weekends they didn't give me hours because it was an event-based location. So not only did it have a short schedule, it had an inconsistent schedule, and I had a place I didn't like working at, and it was just really sad. So I'm like, all right, maybe I'll transfer to Animal Kingdom. No. Animal Kingdom, your transfer is just based off when they have a spot. So I could have been transferred in one day, or could have been transferred in a year. No. I'm not a man of that length of patience at my age. I'm too young and too wanting to do other stuff. So I said, haha, yeah, sorry, bye. But they're super nice. They're like, what's wrong? Like, they actually want to hear my words. The managers, I love the managers. The managers, super nice people. I talked to them. I got to tell my feelings. They're super nice people, but not a great company. Disney is not super good. I don't recommend them unless you really, really, really love Disney. So I quit Disney, and I'm still. After this point, I finally have 3 roommates. I have myself, my roommate Justin, my roommate Tony, and eventually my roommate Justin's girlfriend. Yeah, so that's cool because I'm getting rent paid, which is really nice. And I eventually work at Chick-fil-A. And Chick-fil-A is both really good and really bad because at this point I am getting more and more depressed and not dealing with it. I am working a full-time job. I started out 40 hours a week, but I'm just staying up all night, not sleeping, not having any friends, not going outside, not doing anything. And I'm just miserable and sad all the time. And what do I take it out on? My job. My job, first off, everyone else these college kids, it was on a college campus, which is awesome. These college kids got paid $10 an hour, which is sad. Because they are really, really, really good employees. Like, they're awesome. They're kind, courteous, efficient, awesome people. But I asked for $15 an hour because that's how much Disney was paying. I'm like, yes, Disney's paying this much. What? And I was providing value of being a full-time employee, which the college kids are most of the time part-time. So I get in, and it's going well. They love me. It's great being around young people and getting to talk to people on a daily basis and just keep myself busy. Like, I got some jacked arms from just taking, like, look at this, from like taking the fryers. Like, these things are heavy and you have to. And we eventually got better fryers, but at first you would just like grab like the bare metal rim and use your wrists and your arms to just twist it to pour fryers in, and then it was like you're hot and sweaty all the time. You had fry, and then you can make patties, and like this is the fastest I've worked. My boss had kicked me out a couple times and replaced me. Not like a bad thing when I was new, because the amount of sandwiches you have to make like row 333, your tray, pickle, no pickle, spicy regular, pack, and you have to like make it so fast. Super fun, really, really fun. Really, really hard job. It's a kitchen job. All kitchen jobs can be super fun, but are really, really hard. But I start getting depressed, and who would I take it out on? I take it out on my job. I'm working full time, and what I start doing, first, it starts with me missing a day of work without telling anyone. They're like, all right, it's fine. Then I missed 2 days. And I missed, not consecutive, and then I missed 3 days. And they're like, it gets the third day, and I tell her, I'm like, I'm depressed. She's very sympathetic. She's a mom. She's like, oh my God. Okay, yeah, just talk to me if you ever need to be late. And what does depressed Walter do? He takes advantage of her kindness. So instead of showing up, my rule to myself, depressed Walter, was, I had 1 day I missed after that. But what was my rule? Was you can't not show up, but you can show up late. So I had multiple days to where I would show up. Let's say I worked at 7 and a half. I originally worked 8-hour shifts, and then I went down to 7, and I would show up like 3 to 4 hours late, like 2 to 4 hours late. Towards the end, every day. I went from their best employee to their shittiest employee, which I'm not proud of myself for at all. Not at all. I'm really sad I did that. They're so nice. They're so nice people. Just so nice. If someone they barely knew, they treated me like family. They gave me good pay. They talked to me good hours. It was fun. And what did I do to them? I spat in their faces and showed up too late. I didn't spit, but it was metaphorical spit. So these people I ended up transferring locations on the same campus and making some really good friends there because they wanted me. They liked me. And I did the same thing, and I ended up having lunch with these people to say goodbye because these people were so nice. I even got to hang out with them a couple times. We went bowling, which is my first social interaction in a year at that point. And towards the end, I'm like, guys, I'm a good employee, but I'm not a good employee right now. And you guys shouldn't have me. You guys shouldn't work with me. So I was glad I was quitting because I was just not in a good place, and I was just hurting their company as a whole. I was not worth. I was worth probably like instead of 15, I was probably worth like $8 an hour at best, which is probably like $6 an hour with what I was doing. That was really sad, and I'm still dealing with it, as you guys can see. But I'm trying to move on. Because I like to be a good employee. I'm a really good employee, but I let myself down, and it's the worst feeling in the world is letting yourself down. My dad told me I was gonna let myself down. I wouldn't like it. What I do, I let myself down. So this entire time, I'm like, what do I do? If I could, what do I do? What do I do? What did I end up doing? I moved back to Texas. This was in Florida, at University of Central Florida. And guys, go check out the Chick-fil-A location on University of Central Florida. The greatest Chick-fil-A location you ever find. Just trust me. But I moved back to Texas because my best friends are going to. Can I say this? Yeah, it's probably fine. It's a big town. They're going to A&M, University of. I guess A&M. I don't know if there's a lengthened name. And they want me to move in with them. They have a 4-bed place, and they want me to rent with them. So that's what I'm doing now. I'm going to community college while they're going to A&M. We're going to be here for most likely 2.5 years in this apartment. It's been a couple months now. I'm trying to do college, doing a business degree, seeing if I like it, trying to make friends. Because I'm doing a lot better. I'm learning how to deal with it. I still need to get outside more, and I need to learn how to take. I have trouble brushing my teeth. You guys know, like, my gums are receding. I've receded. Like, look at that. It's sad, but I'll be fine. If I start brushing my teeth at this age, it should not be a problem. Like, it's barely even noticeable if I didn't point it out. I got to take some more showers before this. Before I was like 18, I didn't take showers. I hate showers. I still hate them. I barely take showers. Call me Stinky Walter. But I'm learning to take showers because it's just gross. Sort of. I'm trying to convince myself it's gross. It's gross. All of society finds it gross, so it is gross. So I'm learning to grow up. I'm learning to grow up right now. I need friends. That's my main issue. I'm a social guy, which is why I do a lot of YouTube and streaming, because I love people. I love talking to you guys. I love seeing your comments. I love talking to you in chat. I love seeing your reactions and your likes and what you guys like. I love all of it. So that's why I do this. But I need real people. You guys are numbers on a computer screen or digital signals translated into letters. I need words into my ears from real people. So that's what I'm trying to do right now. That's why I'm going to be missing some live streams, because usually my live stream schedule is Monday to Saturday from Monday through Saturday, 7 to 8 p.m. CST, and the stream can go longer than that, but usually that's what I do. But I've been going to clubs to try to make friends, because that's the only way I can seem that is logically able to have me make friends, which is really sad to admit, because I've really tried, guys. I've really, really tried. I've been trying so hard, and I'm tired of trying, but I can't give up. I can't. I will never give up. That's one thing I do. I never, ever give up. So I'm trying to make friends right now, and I'm trying to do YouTube, because I like YouTube. I surprisingly like it. And I'm trying to do a business degree. I'm taking chemistry right now, and I'm taking business math, which is it's not hard. It's just a lot. So I have chemistry at I have to wake up in 3 hours. I can't sleep. I have to wake up at 6 a.m. So I did this to try to make myself more tired. Letting out words usually uses a certain amount of energy, and maybe it'll help me fall asleep. If not, I just go to class with like no sleep, which I've done before. It's fine. And then I'll pass on once to get home, try to get a little bit of sleep, and then go to bed normal time. It's really unhealthy. It's super unhealthy, but what else can I do? This is a sad amount of hours. So I need to A, make friends, B, try my hardest on my education, C, try my hardest at my hobbies, D, get outside, and E, learn how to deal with my depression and take care of myself. And do all the chores I don't want to do, like renewing my car and registering my car and getting my car fixed. A lot of stuff with my car. I gotta do that. Get my license, in-state stuff, so I get in-state tuition my college. I got do all this stuff. I've been putting it off for too long. I don't like. I'm a very smart guy, so I keep like a mental list of all my stuff. And that list is long, and it's driving me like mentally insane. So I gotta get done. I'll feel better. I don't want to admit it, but I'll feel better doing stuff you hate. That's all the adult stuff. Hey guys, that's me. I am Patriotic Worm, or Walter Doodle, living with his best friends in Texas, going to college, trying to make friends, trying to learn how to grow up and do YouTube, and trying to figure out himself and get with a girl. And I'm trying to figure myself out. And this has been my late night chat, because I have so many thoughts out and I need to get them out. I might do more of these if I can't sleep. I do my weekly updates, which I am going to tell you guys about because I love it. I write emails and I do videos. Which, my last video told you about it. But I do my weekly updates. But this might be the same or might be different. I don't know. I think it'll be different because usually weekly updates are a lot more coherent. And this is a lot more disorganized because late at night I just feel like chatting off and just spewing out my emotions because I'm really good at that. That's what my mom says. I'm really good at just saying stuff for what it is. Saying blatant life stuff for the truest sense, which has always been my dream of doing. That has been my late night chat. Hope all of you enjoyed. Don't forget to like and subscribe. And I hope all of you have a good night.